Are you guys excited to hear our first story?
Yes!
All right. So, anything to say, Tricia, before we
I would
start?
say this person is very inspiring. You may
Yes.
have seen his or her photos floating around on social media. As soon as we play the video, I'm sure you're going to recognize this person. I know we really were compelled to bring him out and have him tell his story today.
I agree. This gentleman's photo has been used by many, many people. And he actually, we talked to him about that yesterday, and he really is humbled that so many people are using his story as an inspiration to others. So let's meet our first winner now.
A little over a year ago, July 1st, they started a competition. But I mainly just done what would be considered the control kit, the tea and the drops. That first month during that competition, I was hitting pretty hard. I lost 29.5 pounds. I never would imagine I could have stuck it out and done as well as I have this year. It's just really surprising. The fact that I'm able to get around and move around and have as much energy as I have now, and just have the strength, going to the gym and working out, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to that at all. When I started with TLC, I weighed 315 pounds. I now weigh 210 pounds for a total weight loss of 105 pounds. My name is Jason Burdine. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I have made a total life change.
Just in case you didn't hear the end of that video, 105 pounds.
What's even more impressive is how quickly he was able to achieve that. Jason, why don't you tell us how fast you were able to lose 105 pounds?
I lost 100 pounds in 9.5 months is when I hit the 100.
Amazing, Jason, amazing. So, Jason, you were telling us a little bit about yourself yesterday, and something that kind of, I actually discussed this with you that I knew would resonate with a lot of people who are doing the same profession as you. Jason is a CDL driver. So, talk to us a little bit about that. What are the struggles of being a CDL driver and driving the truck, and how does that impact your health, your diet, your physical activity, right? So talk to us a little bit about that, because I know that kind of is something that led to your weight gain or where you were before TLC.
Yeah, as a truck driver, I on the road, quite a bit. I'm more of a city type of truck driver. I get to go home every night. I'm on the road all the time. But for lunch you could grab fast food here and there. It's easy, convenient to get in and out. Time spent, but it's most of the time not real healthy on that. I just kind of ruined up with weight fat. I'd have to move a lot of heavy stuff, and I could not feel like I was still strong enough to do all that. But now that I've lost 105 pounds, I don't have to carry that weight around. I can carry a whole lot more now.
Awesome. Tricia?
Jason, why don't you tell everybody, it was really interesting the way that you were introduced to the company and by who, and what inspired you to start with TLC?
A friend of mine, Adam Helton, is a great guy. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. Also a CDL driver, going through a lot of the situations I was with the physical, going through the physical deal. I talked to him some before I actually got started, with the program in July last year, and he kept after me, whatever, you need to, try this out, and one thing is I hate tea. I've never liked drinking tea, so that was one of my things. Like, man, I don't know if I can handle the tea. And he's like, oh, you can do it. And I was like, well, all right. So I was able to chug the tea. I was able to start on that first one in July. I was like, whew. But it was a competition for that month of July. And yeah, I lost 29.5 pounds that first month, so I really tried to hit it hard to win that competition. But I came in 7th place. There's people who lost a whole lot more in that competition.
We want to know who the other 6 are because we want to talk to them.
I know one.
Okay, yeah, let us know. Okay, question for you. We hear these transformation stories all the time, and of course, 105 pounds is very obvious to see the difference. Congratulations on that. What else changed? What can you do now, even beyond physically, that you couldn't do before the weight loss?
I mean, like before the weight loss, you know, I felt, you know, at my weight, I didn't like being in enclosed places, enclosed, you know, places like elevators or getting on an airplane or anything like that. I was like, no way. I wouldn't want to do it. My wife would tell you, no, I'm surprised you get on an airplane. But since I lost the weight, I don't know, you know, that fear has went away from me. I was able to climb on an airplane Thursday morning and didn't have any problems. And come on, my wife was surprised. She thought I was going to be crying on the way out. But no, it really surprised me how well I done with that.
That's right. So one of the things you talked about with your profession that you have to do as a CDL driver is pass a physical every year. So it was really powerful. Can you tell everybody about the moment that you were in the doctor's office for your physical and kind of what transpired at that point in time?
In October 2017, I have to do a yearly physical because my blood pressure was high and I wanted blood pressure medicine. So every year I had to do a physical. October 2017, I was having a really hard time passing my physical. Actually, I had failed it, but I had a few days in between when my driver's license would expire because of that. So I had to go to my doctor real fast, and they doubled my blood pressure medicine, and they put me on a even higher dose, or higher powerful medicine, just to get my blood pressure down in a few days to get that for me to pass. While I was there, getting my trying to pass, and I was in the doctor's office. I got a text from my dad that my cousin had a heart attack. And my cousin is a year younger than me, and had a heart attack. And so, you know, that put a little extra stress, you know, I'm worried, man, I need to do something about this. My cousin, he wound up passing away from that. But, you know, so that really, you know, put a spark in me, and my family got after me at that point then too. Man, you need to start doing something to get better in your health. So I did in July. I started the weight loss program. By the time I went back to my next physical in October 2018, I'd already lost like 50 or 60 pounds. I couldn't wait to get so my blood pressure was pretty good then. I was still taking some blood pressure medicine then, but I haven't taken any since then. I haven't taken any blood pressure medicine since October 2018. My blood pressure, I took it right before I came out here, is like 134/60 or something like that.
Thanks, Jason. Well, of course your transformation is amazing, and of course your family has been supportive, but there's always that one person that's just with you all the time that gets you through, I'm sure, all the tough points. And I know that you have a very special person that traveled with you here this weekend. Why don't you introduce that person and we can have her stand up.
Okay. My wife, Julie, has been an amazing help. I don't know if I can try this, I don't know about it.
Where are you, Julie? Here she is.
She's worked so hard to get me where I am.
Congratulations.
Made nutritious meals delicious. And, I never thought those two words would go together in the same sentence. Really, she's done a great job to get me where I am.
Love it.
So tell everybody, you talked a little bit before about about some things that you can do now that you couldn't do. There was something that when we interviewed you previously, you sent us some photos and you said, I would love to go back to this moment. And I think you had the opportunity to do that amongst some other things that you've done since you've even been in Baltimore. So why don't you tell everybody what that
Okay.
was?
Last May 2018, we came to Washington, D.C., and done the tours and stuff and took pictures. And I think one of my pictures were up here earlier doing the thing. I used one of those pictures as my heavy picture on my Facebook page. And to be able to come back, basically a little over a year later, and to try to redo that picture, I was like, man, that's just such a great thing.
And then Jason continues to send me photos yesterday
Yeah.
saying, I can do this. The man is rock climbing. And something really funny that we found in your when we were speaking with you yesterday, you said there was something that you used to be able to do in your job that was easier before and it's harder for you now.
Yeah, they'd asked me what I could do now that I couldn't do then. Well, now there's things I can't do that I could do easily then. As a truck driver, some people may or may not know, when you go to a warehouse or whatever, they have plates that go into your truck, and a lot of times they're spring loaded. You pull a spring, the thing pops up, goes right into your truck. Well, to go down, you have to walk out on them, push them down. Now that I've lost 100 pounds, I have a hard time. I jump on the
All right, Casey, so we're gonna let you sit and not yet, we're gonna let you sit in a second and introduce the second winner, but real quick, the products that you used, of course, the tea, we already talked about. What other products did you use along your journey?
The Resolution drops, that was the main two for all the way through. But yeah, NRG, I don't even know how many, what was about 8 or 9 products that I've actually, went through and tried. Life Drops, NRG provides things like that, NutriBurst. I've tried to tell them, I got some new ones even this week. We're going to try and get back on.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Jason, for telling the world your story. We appreciate it.